Three, two, one, action. Oh, hey! Welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about whatever the fuck we want.
Whatever we want.
Whatever. All the normal cast is gone, so we're gonna talk about whatever the hell we want. And today we got Nelson here.
Hey!
Look, we have Nelson.
The guy with the pretty eyes.
Mr. Vigilante.
Talking about yourself?
Yeah. Ooh.
Beautiful, beautiful man.
You guys want to get a room? Like,
Yeah.
Can I watch?
I mean, yeah, we can all watch. We can all take it over there actually, and then we can just
I don't know.
set it up.
I don't know. I just want to hear about him.
Ooh, yeah.
Hear about my eyes. You want to hear my eyes?
I want to hear your eyes and see your thoughts.
And taste your ears.
You hear them speaking to you right now?
So at what point did you realize you were the baby of the group? As in like the adorable baby, you were our sunshine. At what point did you realize?
Pat's just over there.
I was like, I thought I was the baby.
You can't take that away from me.
Taking away my baby title.
Yeah, he's 14 and a virgin.
Oh, you gained a year.
Write in the comments. Happy birthday, Pat.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, Nelson's an editor for us. He does a variety of editing. He edits for news, he edits for Party. He helps out on Party too. He's a camera operator. He's a little bit of jack of all trades, and he's a manly man that builds motorcycles.
Man.
Builds
Yeah.
motorcycles and stuff. Yeah. So what? I guess what would you consider your role in the company? What do you do as like a job?
Just be sad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
I think
We do that collectively, I think.
Yeah, I think we can.
What?
You're the one that's like the happier one out of all of us.
Am I?
He's cheery, but he's
Am I the cheerier?
Inside you're sad.
cheery, but he says sad things in a cheery way.
He loves puns.
That's the key. That's the key.
Not that's the key.
Yeah, that's the key. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the secret.
I notice I like that a lot in a lot of things too. Like I'll like sad music, but in a happy tone. You know what I mean?
So you like lo-fi?
Against each other. What?
Lo-fi, it's sad, but I mean, it's kind of happy.
Well, it's like more mellow than happy.
It's mellow. Maybe even somber. That's on the sad side again.
Now we're all sad, Josh.
Ah, good. We're all like Drake.
But yeah, like I don't know. I like songs that like touch on topics that are the opposite of the way they sound, like what
Right.
you'd expect, right?
Uh-huh.
So like a song, like, if you don't listen to any of the words, you're like, oh, this fucking
So
it's a bop.
It's like
and you're
that-
like, oh, this is about kids dying.
Oh, it's like
Lots of the people.
Yeah, or pumped up kicks.
All the
yeah.
kids with the pumps. People only started discovering that it's about
School
that
shooting.
now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Beam started.
Did you like all the nursery rhymes then growing up?
Yeah.
Ring around the prosy. Pocket full of posy
Yeah,
action.
that was my shit, man.
Yeah. He was bumping
That song
shit.
about the Black Plague. Ooh. When I was in kindergarten, I'll just turn that on repeat. Oh man.
Yo, but what about that Humpty Dumpty though? That Humpty
man.
Dumpty though.
Yeah, it's about suicide? No, wait.
No. He had a great fall. It could be a lot
But
of
was it on
different ways.
purpose? We don't know.
And you got lobotomy? What?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
But you're also an avid motorcycle enthusiast. Is this correct?
You're a great host, by the way.
thanks.
I like it so much.
Yeah, but motorcycles.
You're like,
trying.
you don't even miss a beat. It doesn't even get
Yeah.
quiet yet. You're like, hey, here's this thing. Want to keep talking? I'm like,
I just
sure.
like Nelson, and I know a lot of stuff about him that I want you guys to know too. So
Also motorcycles.
yeah, but also motorcycles.
Don't ride the. Look what happened.
Yeah, right? Nelson. I broke my arm too. I was in a giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Compare brakes, Nelson? I will show you. Okay. Don't do it.
Keep it on.
I don't.
You gotta be beautiful.
I don't like it.
Anyway.
Yeah. I like bikes. I like bikes more now than I did before I broke my arm.
Wait, didn't you do like a charity service involving like?
I did. I did a distinguished gentleman's ride, and then you helped me shoot
Yeah,
a promo with
he did
you.
too, yeah.
And it was
So what's it about?
it's they teamed up with the Movember Foundation. You guys know Movember?
Yeah, it's the
It's
testicular cancer.
testicular cancer, prostate cancer,
yeah.
mental
Health awareness,
mental health
yeah,
awareness,
yeah.
all the problems.
And there's no more. Those are those three.
That's it. That's the only problem I ever
Those are
worried
the only
about.
problems we had to worry about.
Every single one. Oh, God.
But yeah, go on.
You heard of other problems? I don't.
I mean, I you know, depends on.
I mean,
the
besides the kids dying, that I mentioned earlier, but I guess that's not that much of a problem.
person. It's not anything we can solve with a motorcycle ride.
If there's not a nursery rhyme made about it, then it's not a problem.
Are there nursery rhymes about testicular cancer?
There probably is.
Probably.
Potentially, I
Not
imagine.
now's the time. Fill that void.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sound. You could mix that.
Oh, I'm not a composer. We'll get somebody else.
Testicular cancer.
Come on, Kyle. All sound is the same sound, right?
All these schools with children and start singing about your balls to them.
Suck 'em my salty chocolate balls. Put 'em in your mouth. Put 'em in your mouth. Then suck 'em. Suck 'em.
Tell them all the stories about your balls.
Dude, you guys just missed it. Only me not heard it.
Well, anyway.
Anyway.
So basically, it's like an international thing. They have it in every country. It's pretty
did.
crazy.
Show me
You see pictures in
Brazil.
like South Africa, in like countries that you wouldn't even think that would have the resources to host a ride with a bunch of people raising money. Like even in Vietnam, where like you never see bikes, but all of a sudden all these classic bikes are out in Vietnam, like riding
Do
around.
they all look
for
like
it.
you?
Way cooler than me.
Oh, okay.
What made you like want to get into this? Because it sounds like a pretty big commitment.
That thing or the bikes in general?
Both.
For both.
¿Por qué no
Yeah.
los dos?
But that thing was cool because I've always kind of wanted to do it, but like I don't know, I wasn't as immersed into bike culture as I am now. Like this past year, I got like really immersed in it.
Was it only this past year?
Yeah.
All that stuff has happened in only one
I
year.
thought it was last year.
I broke my arm in the fall.
The building, but I have a story that was way over.
But I wasn't like into bikes. I rode it. You know, I rode it as transportation.
Hey, that makes sense because I rode for 9 years, and like while I respect bike culture and I apply a lot of the different things from it, I'm not the group ride type of person either. Where it's like I go out and search out.
I think like bikes are just like when people have cars, right? Like most people who have cars, they just drive it. They don't know how to change their own oil or anything.
That's me.
That said, I hate the a lot of the newer motorcycles, especially around colleges, that get it and treat it like a car. Because there's a lot of mutual respect between bikes, but
More people are into it. It becomes less of like this cult thing that everybody knows these like rules for and stuff.
right, how to ride and
Yeah. Like, but then I started getting into it this year because of the fact that I had my accident. Because I started getting into it a little bit more last fall, and then I broke my arm, and it was like.
But how? Yeah, how did you break your arm?
Wait, finish this story. He's almost done with
Wait,
it.
yeah.
So you broke your arm.
Yeah.
Your bike was no longer usable.
Yeah, it got totaled. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
the
Okay.
repairs were just over the price I bought it for. But it happened like a month after I got my bike, so I got my money back. It was great.
No, what it would have been great.
I lost no money.
Yeah, but how's your insurance?
Pretty bad. I could have bought another bike with the amount of money my insurance went up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
It's pretty expensive, man.
So anyway, about me loving to ride bikes.
Yeah. Well, I guess I told myself that if I wanted to ride badly enough, I would like have to dive in completely. And this was when
I'd have to die.
Die into it. Jeez.
Oh, that's not a great.
no, like so like I told myself if I was gonna get a bike again, instead of buying some nice expensive bike, I would try to build my own bike.
You did that.
And I did. Yeah.
What kind of
Yeah.
bike do you ride for the people out there? that
Right
are-
now?
Yeah.
It's a Honda GL 500. It's a silver wing, 1982.
How long did it take you to make that?
Oh, because you bought it used.
Oh, you bought it used.
He built it from the ground
Got
up.
it in 1982.
He went to Japan and then he like built it at the factory there and like we got 1982 parts hanging around. I guess you could just build it if you want.
I mean, is yours more of a traditional?
I turned into a cafe racer.
There you go. Yeah.
True and true cafe racer, like by the book as much as possible. And what that is, it's like if you take an old bike, you strip it down as much as possible to make it light, make it perform really well. So that was the two main things I wanted to do, and I have the look of the cafe racer too. So yeah, I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I have to want it badly enough where I have to go out, buy a used bike, learn how to build one.
You learned a lot of cool things.
I learned a lot of cool things.
He
It's
knows
cool.
how to weld now.
Yeah, I taught I learned how to weld before, like jumping into that. Just so I got all my skills necessary. So it's cool. Gotta learn a lot of life skills in the process.
Well done.
But what happened in the accident?
Oh yeah, accident time.
Yeah, here you go. So you say it once, so you only gotta say it once, and we won't ask you about it ever again.
Okay, I was riding home from the optometrist.
And they told me I was blind.
I'm legally blind. I was feeling good, so I was like, fuck yeah, went to the doctor, did adult things. Yeah, as I ride home, like, where?
You could ride after LASIK, right?
I'm one with the force is one with me.
But I was riding home and I was feeling good, and then they say like the most dangerous time to ride is when you're not scared, I guess. If you're too comfortable, once you're too comfortable on the bike, then you're not always trying to look around for like what could go wrong, you know?
And you were too comfortable.
I was too comfortable. I was feeling good. I was like, fuck yeah, going home with my glasses. In my pocket, not on my face.
Not being born.
And then I was going, and then I didn't see this the group of cars stopped in front of me because they were making a left turn into.
Wearing your glasses?
No, I didn't notice.
Tell them what you were looking at.
Oh yeah. There was a car that was passing on the left side.
There was a truck. You told me.
There was a truck. Yeah, and the top of his truck had like this rainbow thing. Where I was like, whoa, that's interesting.
Look, it's a rainbow.
Yeah, and then I look forward again. I'm like, oh shit! All these cars stopped, and then I couldn't stop in time, and I hit the back.
Wham!
Yeah, and I flew over.
Yeah.
And find the gold, huh?
No, maybe it was on the back of that truck. I should have followed the truck.
Probably.
You're right.
Jesus.
And then
this guy calls me.
I call Ryan.
He calls me, and I was about to leave to go to a work thing, and then I get this call. I was like, Nelson's calling me. That's weird. I wonder if it's about work. I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, hey, what are you doing right now? I'm like, about to go to a work thing. You know, about to drive down to like.
No, you. I think you said. Something in an hour or something.
Yeah, in an hour I was gonna go down to.
Yeah, you didn't say work or anything yet. He's like, oh yeah, I'm leaving in an hour.
And you were like,
Semantics, keep it going.
If I said work, I probably would have hung up on you and be like, ah, see you later.
For the people watching, it was work related that I had to go do something. So then,
For legal reasons, he needs you to know that it was work.
Just to make sure. Clarification.
Nelson's still going through insurance right now, but so.
so then he was like, I was like, how important is that hour to you? I'm like, yeah, why? It's like, well, what's up? He's like, I just got into a motorcycle accident in that exact tone. I was like,
So you're the happy guy in the
That was
group.
me. You said so cheerfully.
So yeah, because then I didn't want to call people and like bother them.
So you bothered Ryan.
Yeah, so like if he's busy with something, I'll just try calling somebody else. And I call Ryan, and he's like, oh yeah, he's like, oh I'm free for the next hour. I was like, oh. That's cool. Can you drive me to like the hospital? Because the firefighter said I might have broken my arm or something.
I was like, might have? You just don't look over your arm and it's like hanging.
It was like a fracture, so the bone still held together, but it was a fracture, so it was just super swollen.
Yeah.
And then my legs were messed up too, so then I don't know what else could be wrong.
And it's
Wait, when you say messed up, you mean
It
like?
was just like, it was pretty bad. Like my ankle, remember?
yeah, you
It
were
was like bleeding and it was like super swollen.
You're like limping all over the place.
yeah, I was limping all over the place.
Yeah.
So, was Marion there?
No, I didn't tell her.
No,
I didn't tell her until I came home.
Yeah, no, you didn't learn then. You learned with me.
No, that's why I learned. Yeah, I learned from my last motorcycle accident.
So, jump back in time from when Nelson was still a dum-dum.
Yeah, and then I high-sided with I had a sport bike at the time.
I remember that one.
Day after raining. And then I high-sided, and what high-siding means, low-siding is when you are turning, I guess, or you don't have to necessarily.
It's when you fall and you land behind the bike.
You land behind the bike and the bike slides away from you. High-siding is when the bike flips forward and you flip in front of it.
Oh shit.
Pretty crazy. And then, unfortunately, I decided right when I hit the ground, I called Marion on the Bluetooth of my head, on my helmet. I was like, hey, I got into an accident in front of the house. Could you come out or whatever? And then she came out and like crying in tears, like I was gonna die. And then after that, I learned for the second accident to not tell her until after I get home from the hospital. Because at that point, she's just like, oh no, I'm worried about you. Not like, are you dead right now?
Let me paint a picture here because this is what I came into this scenario in. So, I get a call from Nelson. What are you doing right now, buddy? Hey man, I'm just editing, JK right now. What's up? You almost finished, or is it due tonight, or?
I was like, hey, you know how to ride a bike.
You know how to ride a motorcycle, right? And I was like, yeah, why? He goes, well, I got in an accident, and sort of if you ride my bike home, it looks rideable. Me and Marion got it to a parking lot, but she can't ride, and I'm
someone to get it back up the hill to my house.
And I was like, you got in an accident? You need to go to a hospital? Like, what the fuck? He goes, no, it's fine. We're good. Just can you come help me?
This time he needed to go to the hospital.
I didn't need to that time. I was just bruised up.
You weren't bruised up or anything like that. Or you were bruised up, but nothing was broken like that. But here's all I see is a frustrated Marion just like this. When I roll up, I'm like, oh, this doesn't look good.
I learned my lesson.
Yeah, you learned your lesson about that one.
Yeah.
Don't call your girlfriend, which isn't good advice, but you don't call your girlfriend.
In this particular situation, it works because I was like, oh my god. So I was like, stay right there. I'll just skip whatever thing I'm doing next because I'm like, this is important. So I rushed up to like Pasadena where he had like fallen over. I was like, and I found him and I was like, hey buddy, how you doing? He's like, oh, okay. I think my arm's broken. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, all right. So then we're trying to figure out, the next step is like, all right, he's not in immediate danger. We need to figure out where we can take him because his insurance is only going to cover certain things.
Don't get HealthNet, man. It's so bad.
So
HealthNet don't get HealthNet.
Get good health insurance if you're gonna get a motorcycle.
For reals.
Yes.
So we called the his health insurance, and we were talking to this lady, and this lady picked up the phone. She was just like, "Hi, welcome to calling HealthNet.
Yeah, fucking terrible.
How are you? Like,
Hated
what
her
are you
job.
doing right now?" And I'm like, "Hi, I'm actually calling on behalf of my friend. He just got in a motorcycle accident." And then Nelson from the seat of my car is like, "Hi, I think my arm's broken."
I was like, hello, I think my arm's broken.
And then she's like, "Oh my god." And I was like, "I just need to figure out where the nearest like urgent care that I can take him that he's covered." She's like, "Oh my god. Just hang on real quick. I'm gonna get you right on it. I'm gonna hold for no more than 5 minutes," and just like puts me on hold, and I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah.
You do this all the time.
What was funny was that remember I was calling my other friend because I was before I called Ryan. I think I needed somebody to drive me to the hospital, and I called my other friend and he didn't pick up at the time, and he called me back and he was like, "What's going on?" Blah blah. I was like, "Oh, I just got into a motorcycle accident and my arm. I think my arm might be broken." And he's like, "Stop sounding so cheery, like, right? Like, what are you understand what's going on?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's not a big deal. Like, if you could come out." Whatever, but like Ryan's driving me now, so you don't need to come out. It's fine.
And I'm just sitting here in the driver's seat, just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, and he's like, "Stop! I'm coming out there right now." And I was like, "Okay, I'll see you soon."
Yeah. So then we figure out a place to take him. So I take him, and I'm like, he walks into the like urgent care. It's like arm all like swinging around. He's like trying to punch in his like insurance code into the thing, and he's like, "Oh, I think that's my thing."
You are just hopped up on adrenaline at this point, and you're just.
No, it started to hurt a lot. When
By the time we got to the urgent, because
Oh, so it started to wear off.
it wasn't until like an hour later where Ryan finally got to me anyways. So by the time we got to the urgent care, it was like, what, an hour and a half, 2 hours in? So yeah, I was like, man, things hurt.
Because I remember specifically, we got out of the car and we were walking, and he was like chill up until that point. He was like, groaning a little bit. It's hurting. No, he did a very Nelson thing, and as he was walking up, he was just like, "Oh, my leg's in a lot of pain right now."
I was like, that's when it was wearing off heavily, and I was like, wow, this hurts a lot more than I thought.
Yeah, I was like, "Of course it does. You just fucking hit a car." Like,
This is when you high side it, right?
no, this is when he smacked
This is when I smacked into the back of him.
We're going back and forth here a little bit.
Holy shit, dude! Fuck.
come off, and then I think Beachboy was eating in the area already. So then I was like, I gotta go to my thing now. I can still make it if Beachboy can like stay here with you.
Switched off.
Yeah, so we just tagged out, and then I left. I'm like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. Like, there are people here now. Like, I'm not gonna die." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go. Don't do anything dumb." And he's like, "I'll just wait for Brandon to get here." And I drove off, and then I see Brandon come the other way.
Brandon comes in, "Hey Brandon, how's it going?"
He's like, "What are you doing?" And this is why you don't ride motorcycles, Nelson.
And then Brandon kept saying that to me every day for the next year.
He still says it to you.
That's true. He just,
Have you ridden the motorcycle since then?
Yeah, he built
I built one.
He built one and he did his whole fundraiser. You asked about it.
Actively, like.
Yeah, it's my daily rider for the most part.
Oh, you're the one.
For now.
Nelson's good.
Are you gonna ride again?
They're not the same person, Josh.
I made a promise to myself when I first started riding that one accident I was done.
Okay.
And so I had a solid 9 years.
Damn,
just
9
'cause-
years. That's crazy.
Yeah, without anything.
Yeah, actually, after when I high-sided, I didn't ride again for like 6 months. But the problem too, a lot of times when you take a long break, is that you lose a lot of the skill and the what to remember when you ride.
And you have to force yourself to get back on it, because otherwise, you can't let that fear beat into you.
So I had a neighbor. He lived right behind my house. It was like the duplex kind of situation, and he's missing a finger, right? And what happened was he was cleaning his chain, and you're not supposed to clean your chain with like a rag in your hand if it's running. Like that's just a rule of thumb, because it doesn't stop. The chain doesn't stop.
Yeah.
So then the rag gets stuck, and it pulls his finger, and it pops right off.
It's because of his ring, right? That was.
No.
A rag. He had a.
Just
he
his
had a
finger
loose-
got caught.
Oh, I thought he. Okay, never mind.
It feel like he should.
He
and then
couldn't
clean off,
get
right?
it back on.
Well, I mean,
It grinded in the.
yeah, fucking, it goes into his pocket, right?
Hamburger
You just have it up and it was in
Goddamn.
neutral.
No. He had it in gear. That's a
Just applying throttle.
Yeah, that's a problem. And he's a professional rider too. And he went to the hospital, and within a week or two after going to the hospital, he was riding again because he told himself, like, if I don't get on now, I might not get on again. And he just hopped on within 2 weeks with a missing finger. Like, how is he throttling and stuff? It's crazy.
And that's who you aspire to be.
When I got into my high-siding accident, it was after taking a break for like 6 months before that, just because life was like, it was hard. I didn't have time or like the energy to get it fixed up and ride it again. So it was my first day. I spent a whole day fixing the bike up again, put in a new battery, fresh new battery, and then you're not used to how the bike feels anymore. And it was a super sport bike, so it's like if you don't know how strong it is, coming out of a turn, it just flies out.
Dude, yeah.
So now I'm like, I think I have a rule now. If I ever get a sport bike again, like something like that with that much power,
Yeah.
only if it's like modern electronics, traction control, everything. at least until I get used to riding and get better again. Because I'm trying to be as responsible as possible now, guys.
And that's the takeaway from this.
Yeah. Not stop riding, just ride more
No, don't ride motorcycles.
No, just ride more responsible.
Too fast.
Learn about your gear, learn about stuff.
Go fast, don't die.
Drive fast and eat ass. There you go.
If you got other aspirations, don't do it.
Yeah, especially if you
Wait,
need your
hold on.
body to do your job.
That was tough. Editing JK News. Oof.